God loves you. God loves me. God loves everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello, universe.
Hello, universe.
And welcome to the Mrs. Wonderful Show. My name is Mrs. Wonderful, and I am the queen of the universe.
And I'm your co-host, Tony.
Yes. And I am here to inspire you, to uplift you, and to talk to you in regards to your life or whatever God has given me in my mind, my spirit, and to bring that out to you.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Yes. So, Tony, you looking nice on today. You look really good.
Trying something. Well, I ain't gonna say trying something new because when I first came on here, I was in a shirt and a tie, and I got kind of relaxed.
Right.
So I'm kind of going back to my roots, so to say.
Right. Well, yeah. I really like that tie. That is really, it's like the details in it is very nice.
I like it too. That's why I bought it.
Yes, very, very nice.
Yeah.
So anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. So welcome to Therapy TV, where we don't just talk, we connect.
Connect with you.
Woo!
Yeah.
All right, my people.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So before we go ahead and get started, I don't know if you're looking at us on your phone or through a home computer or whatever, but I hope that you have some quiet time so that you can listen to what we have to say on today. Yes, so whatever. And now, first of all, too, I want to give honor to God, my Lord Savior Jesus Christ, for just giving me the honor and ability to be able to be here on today to talk to you guys or whatever. So I thank you, Lord. All right. So I want to recap from last episode. Last episode.
The studio cat is very loud.
Yeah, I have a cat.
She's very loud.
She's very loud, and her name is Jasmine. Yeah. You know, for those of you who have been following along.
Was she in the background in the last episode?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. She was. Yes.
Yeah, she's very loud.
Very, very loud. So, you guys, I want to recap what we spoke about on the last episode, and it's been a while since we have done this. So, so happy that we are back.
Yeah, it's been a good minute.
Yeah, it's been a while. So, anyway, that was episode 2. We spoke about reaching your full potential. Finding your greatness. And also coming out of your comfort zone, because a lot of people stay in their comfort zone expecting to have different things go on with them, and to be at the place they want to be, but they're still in their comfort zone. So everything that you possibly want is outside of that comfort zone. And also we Tony spoke about things that you want to accomplish, of you accomplishing it little by little each day. So can you go over the sequence, because you was mentioning a sequence last time that you was going to share with the world.
I actually did some research on it, and it was actually in a covering my mouth. Hope I can hear me. It was actually on a motivational video that I watched online. It was called the Fibonacci sequence, which is an actual scientific formula. And basically in that video, they were saying with that formula that you pretty much, it's nature's code, and you can see it in things like flowers and things. When you cut a banana in half, and it's about a spiral, and that spiral pretty much is adding on to what already exists. So in that video, they pretty much say with that sequence, that's a nature's code of actual growth, which is pertaining to things growing in nature. And then the way the person in the video related it to the growth in your life. So basically it's about numbers, but in the same token, if you look at it in your life, it makes a lot of sense. Where pretty much is the way the sequence was is 1 + 1 is 2.
Right.
Then you do 2 + 1 = 3, if I'm doing it right. But the way the numbers are, but basically what it is, you take the number that's previous and you add it to what's already in your life. So pretty much how they was pertaining to it, that you don't need nothing else on the outside. Everything that you have is already inside of you.
Built in.
It's already built in. So when you get a chance, look it up. It's called the Fibonacci sequence. It's called the Fibonacci sequence. And pretty much he was saying everything starts from 0, which is your potential.
Right.
It's the potential. It's the drive, the thoughts and the ideas that come up in your head. That's the potential. And then you start off with 1, which is action. You know, you can have the potential and you can have the ideas all you want, but until you make a move, nothing's going to happen. So pretty much with that sequence, it's like, okay, well, you start from zero, which is your ideas, which is your potential, which is your desire to grow. But then once you start adding on, it's going to keep on growing. It has no choice but to grow, pretty much. And if you look at anything you're trying to do in your life, if you started off and you're starting off brand new, you might say, hey, look, I have the desire to, let me use myself as an example. I have the desire to play a guitar. So yeah, I have the desire and I have the potential and I have the want for it. But until I actually pick one up, go to the store, buy one, nothing's going to happen. But of course, once I start doing it, get the hardware, get the guitar, start the lessons. Once I start the lessons, you got no choice but to keep on growing. So that's pretty much what that sequence is saying, that you're just pretty much adding on to what's already inside of you. And as you keep on going, it keeps building, and it gets bigger and it gets bigger. Yeah.
You know what I noticed, speaking of that, of the inside of you, is that we really are guided by a force, God. And we really are having those answers that we need inside of us if you just tune in and listen to that the inner you. It's amazing what's inside of you, and that people are walking around with a treasure, with something that's inside of them that they might not think that they're nobody. They might not think that, they don't have anything, but they really, if you just tune in to and listen. You have to listen to it. Now, I'm not going to stay on this too long because I know we got to move on to the new show. But and I think maybe we touched on this probably in previous shows before, that the answers are already inside of you. That you have to start learning how to tune in to that voice. And as with the other shows, sometimes you can sabotage yourself. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you don't know exactly how to listen to that voice. You hear it, but you might be afraid to move on it. You might be afraid to actually listen to it. You might not actually know, if the voice inside of you is telling you what you need to do. But I think as you start to listen to it and start to act on the things that voice inside of you is telling you, you're going to start to realize that it's not going to do you wrong. It's not there to hurt you. It's pretty much, as I say, it's pretty much your instincts. And I think for me, that's God talking to you, saying that there are certain things that you need to do. It's not going to be easy now. That voice can tell you certain things, and it definitely ain't going to be easy because you have to go through some steps and you have to go do some growth. You're not just going to pick it up and just automatically pick it up and be a master at it. It takes time. It takes growth, and you have to be very patient with it. I heard this too, and I'm going to get off the subject. I heard this too, that there are a lot of things in life where it's a marathon versus a sprint. A sprint run is quick. You start, boom, you sprint to the finish line, it's done. A marathon takes time. You got to pace yourself. You got to train for it. You got to take your time. And you might find yourself getting a little tired. You might find yourself getting a little winded, but you got to keep on going. And as you keep on going, you get that second wind. You got to keep on going. So a sprint race might be, I say maybe about a 200-yard dash. That's more like a sprint race. Where a marathon, that's 26 miles. That's a long distance between 250 yards and 26 miles. So you got to look at the things that you want to do in your life as a marathon. That's the kind of attitude I've been taking with things now. Things that I want to do that's brand new, I have to look at it like this is a marathon. I can't get through this fast. I have to go through it. I have to learn it. I have to pace myself and go through this 26-mile journey. So it's all in your. I think it's about your mindset. That's how I'm training my mind now to say things that I want to do. It's not going to be a sprint race. It's not going to be something I'm going to pick up and learn real fast. I have to take my time. I have to give it the proper amount of time for me to grow and learn it and really take it all in and, adjust to it. So, yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. We can, if you want to say something else, I don't want to move on the show. And you guys. I do want to add this, you guys, is that we speaking of full potential. God, you might see yourself as this little seed, but God sees us as a tree that's full blown. So what I mean is that when God looks at you and He thinks of you, He sees you for who you are, for what He created you to be. So if you're this founder and CEO Okay, if you're this founder and CEO of a company, but you are right now working at, you're working maybe as a waiter or something, waiting tables. But then when God looks at you, he don't see you as that waiter. He sees you as, oh, I made him a founder and CEO of a company. He just don't know it yet. He just don't know it yet. So he sees you what you already are. But that's awesome. He only sees greatness in you. You're seeing other things in you, but he looks at you. Isn't that amazing though? That he looks at you and sees greatness.
That's what God does. I think going back to what you're saying, that you see yourself as a little seed.
Right.
And the thing about seeds, you gotta plant them. That's why I just thought about that. God sees you as the CEO, well, as this tree.
Right.
Keep the metaphor simple.
Yeah.
God sees you as this tree already. That he already knows your potential and what you can do. But the thing about us being human beings is that we have to be planted as these seeds.
Right.
Because you got to plant a seed, you got to water it, you got to fertilize it, you got to nurture it so it can grow.
Right.
And basically some of us might see ourselves as seeds, but we don't see ourselves as anything else. But you got to remember, if you plant a seed and you nurture it and you water it and you take care of it, it's going to grow. So that goes as with your life. You might see yourself as a seed, but you have to be able to say, okay, I'm a seed right now, but I got to grow.
Right.
I got to grow. I got to be planted. I got to grow.
Right.
All this stuff is coming up in my head. Another video I watched with TD Jakes, he says the difference between seeds that some people confuse them. That sometimes when people see planting a seed as burial. That you plant a seed, and some people think when you bury something, you bury it for it to go in the ground, never to come back up. But when you plant something, when you plant a seed, it's going to grow.
Right.
So it's almost like you can't confuse planting with burial. Because you plant something, eventually, when you take care of it, it's going to grow. When you bury something, it's done. It's in the ground. It's done. And I think people confuse it. And even me, when I heard it, I was like, wow, that makes a lot of sense between planting and growing. When you plant a plant, or you looking and you planting crops, you're not looking for them. You're not planting the seeds for them to stay in the ground. You're planting those seeds so they can grow. But it's different when when you bury your body. That body's going in the ground because it's death, and it's going back to dust. Ash to ashes, dirt to dirt. It's going back to the dust. So you can't confuse your planting with burial. So even though you might be going through a whole lot, you might say, hey, I'm this seed, I'm going through a whole lot of things, and I'm going through things, and I don't see myself growing. You have to stay focused. You have to keep watering what you got to do. You got to keep on fertilizing it, what you got to do. And it is what it is. It's just like a diamond. Diamonds don't form by themselves. You got to put that pressure on that diamond for it to become a diamond. You know what I mean?
It has to go through that fire.
It has to go through the process. You have to go through the process. You can't escape it, because you just can't wake up and be great.
Right.
None of us are going to wake up and be great. All of us have to go through some trials. We got to go through some tribulations. I take this from TD Jakes too. All of us got to go through some hell. We got to go through some hot water in order for us to get where we have to go.
Right.
It's part of the process. So you can't escape the process. You can't escape it.
Right.
We're going back into another show. I don't know if this is going to be a topic or something else.
I got
we ain't even start the topic for the show yet.
Yeah, but it's okay, because we're letting it. If it's coming on our heart to talk about,
we just letting it flow.
Yeah, so I hope that you guys, that we're happy. And honestly, I want to send a shout out to TD Jakes. Thank you for allowing the Lord to use you. We are, I'm very proud of you, Mr. Jakes, because I know you work really, really hard. So thank you so much. We love you here at the Mrs. Wonderful Show. Yeah, so shout out to you and your family, the Jakes. We love you. Yeah, I wanted to tell you guys that. So.
Yeah, check out some of the videos on YouTube. I've been getting into it lately, and it's been it's just something else I add on to my list of motivational videos, along with listening to TD Jakes, listening to Les Brown, listening to Tony Robbins, listening to a whole bunch of different things to fuel my day. You know what I mean? Because it does get hard at times when you get up and sometimes you're not motivated to go through what you need to go through, but you have to just get that fire going, get that engine started, and listen to those videos in the morning when I'm on my way to work. It gets my engine going to do what's necessary, to do what I need to do to reach my going toward reaching my full potential. And just like everything else, I'm a seed just like everybody else. I'm planting in the ground and I'm just learning things so I can grow and become who I need to become.
Okay. And I want you guys, this is like, you see this and you can't really see it, but it says, trust in the Lord with all your heart, mind, soul, everything, your heart, and to trust in him. And if you just put that trust in him, and for you to, just believe in knowing that who he is, God, and, just keeping in mind that just joy alone comes from him. He will give you that joy. Just him being who he is, and, just trusting in him that he's not going to steer you in the wrong place. He's not. He loves you so very much, and he wants us to love each other. He wants us to love our neighbor. He wants us to love each other. Remember to smile at each other too when you see people. Smile. People don't smile anymore. So remember to just spread love. I just want to tell you that. Just spread love when you go places, So, yeah. So that's just something I just wanted to add in there. All right. So, Tony, do you have anything to add in regards to anything?
No.
Okay. So we're going to get on with today's discussion. Today's discussion, we're talking about there's two sides to success. There's outer success and there's inner success. Okay. So there's outer success and there's
inner success.
Inner success. Yes. So basically today we're going to talk about outer success. So many people want to be successful on the outside. They are concerned about how they appear in front of others. There are people who have a nice car, a nice house, a nice job, and they are dressed to impress. But God wants us to be successful on the outside and also on the inside. So do you have anything to add with, with saying outer success, people being outwardly successful?
Not much. And
okay.
I was going to say it's self-explanatory, but
okay.
I can't say it's self-explanatory because everybody got their own different view.
Okay.
But, I think most people know what we're talking about when we think about outer success. They got the fancy car, they got the nice home, the fancy job, and I'm not saying all of those things are bad, because if you're working for what you want in life, then, you want to show what you've been working for. Not like I said, I'm not knocking nobody for whatever job they got, whatever car they drive, whatever home they living in. If that makes you happy, then so be it. Go after what you want in this life and make yourself happy. But if that's the extent of your happiness, your outer success is the extent of your happiness, then I don't want to say you're broken, but I don't, it's kind of like, I don't, I kind of don't want to rub elbows the wrong way, and because I don't know how people feel about that. Some people might feel like, I got this car and I got this home, or whatever you have, whatever you feel like, is success for you, so. But I get where you getting at. That outer success. Sometimes, let's try that again. Sometimes that outer success can be a little poisonous, because other people are looking in, thinking that, oh, they got this, they got that, and sometimes your inner success, and I know we'll talk about that on another show. Sometimes your inner success can be poisonous. So it could be a lot of things with that outer success, where you could be hiding things, and some people are just happy. Some people can be happy with that. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm speaking through experience. I was once that young girl or girls, that dreamed of having a very, very nice place to live, and like a really nice place to live. And I thought, once I had a nice car and a nice house, I thought that it would make me happy. I thought that those things will make me happy. But no, it didn't. It didn't make me happy. That's not what made me happy. What makes me happy is family. What makes me happy is having a relationship, having that relationship with God, and it's all of that. It's not just the outward things. That's just
Well, I think
an add-on.
I think some people don't realize that until they get it.
Yeah, I thought. I mean, I've been there.
It's almost like
lived it now.
It's almost like it's like it's like a facade, so to say. It's like the flash. It's the flash. It's the bravado of it all. That, and not just out. I think anything in life, when you daydream about it and you think about it so much, and then when you actually get it, that feeling that you thought was going to be attached to it actually isn't.
Mm-hmm.
So you might say, oh yeah, I got this, I got that, and that expectation, you thought you was gonna be happy, and you thought, oh man, I get this, and all I gotta do is get this one thing, and once I get this one thing, I'm good. And then you get it, you like, I don't feel the way I thought I was gonna feel. You
feel empty. You feel
I want to say depends on the person.
Yeah,
I don't want to say you necessarily feel empty. It just that expectation of what you thought it was going to be like. If you find out that it's not exactly what it was, whether it's like, well, you feel empty or you don't feel satisfied. It could be however you feel. In your case, you said you felt empty.
I felt like, I feel more like, well, you have this very nice place, or you have a very, very nice car, you have a fancy job, but to me, I think riches come in love and family. Being connected with good family. It's very not with bad people, but with having that love and connected with that. So that means more. All that. I mean, those things. These are like treasures. Having a nice house, having a car. Those are like treasure. Out of treasures or whatever that God blesses us with to enjoy. But it shouldn't be, that's just not all that.
It shouldn't be your end all be all.
Yeah.
And like I said, I think what happens is when you start growing, when you start growing, you start to realize that the things that you thought was going to make you happy aren't quite the things that's going to make you happy. And I'm pretty sure it's a lot of people out here that can relate to it. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people who can't relate to this just yet. You know what I mean? And I think that's on an individual basis. I think, you can't really put somebody's success in a box where everybody can follow, because like you said, for yourself, you say your riches come from family. It comes from love. Somebody else might be like, you know what, I can get all of this and I'm good. I'm happy. Somebody's level of success might be, hey, you know what, I like spending time with me. I like knowing who I am. So everybody's level of their success is different. Mm-hmm. But which is kind of like we're leaking over into inner, because I think this what we're talking about now is leaking over into what we want the next show to be about, which is inner success.
Right.
Because to me, I feel like outer success, yeah, you can talk about it, but it's out.
Yeah.
It's the shell.
Well, I think, excuse me, do you think that for the younger generation, on television, do you think that they really kind of pump it up? Kind of make it like, well, you gotta have this nice house, you gotta have this.
Well, of course they gonna pump it up because that's advertising. It is what it is. It's advertising. It's the flash. It's the bravado. Even when we were younger, you know what I mean? It's even when we were young. I know when I was younger, it was in the music. They had a show on. They had a show when I was younger called MTV Cribs.
I remember that.
They had the rappers. They had like 3 or 4 cars and the big old mansion. And I think the realest one I ever saw was with Redman. People my age, around the 30-year-old age, almost in the 40-year-old age, know when they saw the Redman one. Redman was like the realest one out there. But when we seen this show, they had these cars and they had the big mansion, and you seen all of this, and then in your head you like, man, I want to be like that. I want to get this stuff. And then you realize, and then now I look at it now, and I read some of the articles about it now. Some of that stuff was rented. It was just like a TV show. So it's kind of, it's that facade. It's kind of like it's a smoke screen. You see it and you want it, but then you get a little older, you get a little wiser, and you start realizing that, this is not the type of success that is going to make me happy. You start to change. Of course, when you're 15, 20, 21 years old, you ain't lived no life yet, so you don't kind of know what's really gonna give you that sense of success. You know what I mean? It's sad to say too, when some people get old, they still look at that like that's the means of success. You know what I mean? You could be 35, 40 years old and still look at that stuff like, I gotta get that, I gotta get that, I gotta get that. But it's all based on the individual basis. You know what I mean? So I think, that's a whole nother subject, because I know, media, they target younger kids because they know they're going to gravitate toward all that other stuff like that. But I think as you get older, you get more wise. Your sense of success starts to change. Your sense of priorities start to change. You start looking for different things to make you happy. That outer stuff starts to become, mediocre. You start to realize, okay, well, it's not about the car. It's not about the home. It's not about the fancy job. And I'm not saying any of that stuff is bad, because it's not bad. You're working toward it. Yeah, you want to have a sense of saying, hey, listen, man, I've been working for 10, 15 years. Yeah, I want to go out here and get this nice car. I want to go out here and have a nice place to live where I can come home every day and enjoy where I live. You know what I mean? I want to have a nice job where I can make money and make my ends meet and be, financially successful and financially happy. So once again, I still think it's on the individual basis, but I'm not saying that don't go out there and get this stuff. Go out there and get it. If you feel like, hey, look, I want to go out here and I want to show my what I'm working hard for. It's just that sense of satisfaction to say, hey, listen, I've been working hard. I deserve it. You do deserve what you want in this life. You do deserve it, whether it be the home, the car. And I know we keep referencing the home and the car. And I know it's a whole lot of stuff, but it's just like almost like that's like the go-to thing. But I want to leak over I want to go in the inner, but I want to wait to the next show, because it's like, as I said, it's so easy to kind of take what we talk about in the outer and segue into the inner. So it's so easy to do that, but I'm gonna wait until the inner, because I feel like when we get to the inner, it's more to talk about, because then that's more about your being and what's important to you as an individual, as a person. So
yeah. So I know children. The TV shows Sweet 16, birthdays, and just
does that show even still come on?
Oh, I saw it. I think it was like a rerun or something that I saw.
Mm-hmm.
But there is more. There is more to life than just those things, babe.
Well, they're young.
We
thought the same thing when we were 16, 17 years old, and we kind of thought that was the end all be all. But over time, you live life. You start to realize there's more.
Yeah, don't feel bad for those of you who don't have those things as of yet. Don't feel bad.
You'll get them.
Yeah, don't feel bad.
You'll get them, but you got to work toward it.
You got to work, right. You have to earn it.
They don't fall out the sky, man.
You have to earn it. So if you're watching, you one of those young people that watching these, celebrities, giving their kids this whatever they want without the kids working for it, because like right now, we, Tony and I, we are earning, we are working, for what we have. So just know that sometimes you have to work.
No, they know something.
No, you have to work. Thank you. You have to work.
There's no substitute for hard work.
Right.
There's no substitute for it. And it's the long run. It's like you got, like I said earlier, it's the sprint or the marathon. It's the long run. And I know a lot of what's going on right now is like that quick sprint attitude, that quick sprint microwave attitude, where it's like, I want it now, I gotta have it now. But what I like to reference, like I said, microwave, I like to reference a meal. If you cook a meal in the microwave, yeah, you get full. It's all right. It tastes all right. Versus you cook something in the stove, you let it slow cook, you put some TLC into it, it tastes better, it feels better. So it's kind of like that with your life. You can have that quick success, but then you don't know how long it's gonna last. And you be satisfying for a couple of minutes, but then you get that long meal, you get that long slow cook meal that took about 2 hours to cook. And you sit down and you eat, it feels better to your soul, it feels better to your body. So that's how I kind of look at it too. That was till I heard the marathon one. But that was my old metaphor with life, where you want it in the microwave or you want it slow cooked. And now I can fuse it with you want the sprint or you want the marathon. So, but, it is what it is.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Well, I want you guys to stay tuned because once you see this show, shortly after, we're going to
do the inner.
We're going to do the inner, and we're going to do that right away.
We need to jump right into the subject
right away
because
yes.
It's a lot to talk about, but once again, I still think it's on an individual basis. You know what I mean? I think me and Miss Wonderful will talk about it from our perspective,
right?
And I'll wait. Right. I want to go into it so bad, but I'm gonna wait.
Right.
I'm gonna wait.
So, you guys, I wanted to say, I introduced myself as Queen of the Universe. I want to let you know that I am here to serve you guys. I'm here to serve you and to really help you, for whatever wisdom that God gives me to help you. Okay, so I just want to let you know that, and that Miss Wonderful really has a heart of loving you guys, whoever is watching. Love you so much.
Yeah, that's your inner coming out.
Who I really am.
That's the inner coming out. See what I mean by the inner? Like,
look at God.
It's more with the inner, but yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Wow.
Continue. Yeah.
Well, and shout out Vikings, football. You guys were losing for some time, but you guys are winning now. So yeah,
I don't keep up with
football. Yeah. But anyway, Miss Wonderful loves football, so
I don't really
so I'm happy that you guys have worked your way up and working really hard. Great thing, just working hard. So we're talking about hard work. So yeah. All right. So Tony, Universe. That wraps up today's discussion on outer success. So tune in for inner success for the next show. And for our next segment, it is inspirational moment. If you're feeling down, don't just stay there. Do something that makes you happy. Don't just lay on the couch and just sit there and just allow that, as somebody I know say, funk take over you. But anyway, if you have anything to say about that, people who feeling down and just staying in that,
and I'm not gonna be long-winded about it because I know I get long-winded about stuff. But if you get in that mode, do what you gotta do to get yourself out of that. You know what I mean? I know, like I said, for me, I listen to a lot of motivational videos. I exercise. Play games every now and so often, so to take my mind off of what I'm going through, and it works. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but most of the time, 96% of the time it works. But just be active. Just find something that's going to bring you some joy and put a smile on your face, and you'll feel better.
What I do when I'm feeling down, I call on God and I say, God, please touch me deep down inside my spirit. Uplift me, please. And it might take a moment.
Okay.
But then eventually my attention will be focused on somewhere else.
Okay.
And he will help me and uplift me. There was a time where I got depressed. And I believe I did a show on depression a while back. If you look through the videos, I did a show on depression. And I was depressed. And I never felt depression before. And I tell you this, if it wasn't for my husband, that particular day I was laying on the couch and I felt something come over me. And I didn't want to do nothing. I didn't even want to wash up. I didn't even want to do nothing. And I am normally a happy person. And it just happened all of a sudden. And I wanted to stay in the house. I didn't want to go to the store. I didn't want to do nothing. I wanted to stay inside. And then my husband said, hey, you need to come with me to the store. Get some air. Wash your face. And get up. And he really, if he wasn't there, I would have really waddle, is that the word? Waddle? like kind of just wallow. Is it wallow? But anyway, I would have just, just stayed in that funk. Yeah. And I just want to say, if you're in that depressed state, get up, wash your face, go take a shower now, do something, be active, go take a walk, exercise, walk. If you don't want to exercise, do some hard Tony, what's his name? Horton or whatever. If you don't want to do, what is it, P90? P90 from P90, some hard workout, walk, get some air, go get some ice cream, do something to make you happy. Ask God right now, what brings you joy? If you don't know, ask him, because he knows you more, and he knows you better than anybody. So please, you do not have to stay in that depressed state. And if you really need help, go to the doctor and seek some professional help. If you really, really need, something or whatever. But God can help you through those things, because he did it for me.
Cool.
And I thank God for my husband. I really thank God for him.
Cool.
Yeah. So anyway, you have anything to add?
Nope.
Okay. Okay. So anyway, all right, we're gonna move on to the rest of the show. Now on to the book of the books of the day. We used to do book of the day, but we have 2 books for our Amazon pick. The first pick is Unstoppable. I couldn't even say the word right. I used to say, I'm not even going to say it, what I used to say, but I finally got Unstoppable. Yes. It's written by Lakita T. Sharp, and you can find this at Amazon.com. She experienced obstacle, went from retail to owning her own ministry, and this woman really experienced a lot of ups and downs as well. So you can check out her website at www.lsharp.simplesite.com, and I believe the website will be at the end of the screen at the end of the show. Am I correct? Okay, so this is Unstoppable. Check her out. Okay, and then the next book is, can you introduce the next book for us?
Next book is Tyler Perry.
Woo! Tyler!
That's still covering the thing.
Okay.
To pick that off or not. Tyler Perry's Higher is Learning. Another good book. Basically, he's talking about his life, things that's happened in his life, and he's talking about pretty much just reaching for your best potential. Pretty much what we've been pushing so far. Reaching for your best potential. Once again, this is kind of one of them books that I take my time reading, because I go back, I take notes. So, yeah, check it out. Good book to read. Check it out.
Thank you. Thank you, Tony. Yeah, I'm about to call you Tony. I'm like, wait a minute. But anyway, okay. So, I'm just trying to think if I had anything else I want to say. We did our shout out to TD Jakes, which I wanted to say. We already did that. Okay, so any shout outs you want to give on the day? Hello to everybody. Hello to Facebook. Hi. Thank you for following us, and hello YouTube, social media, everybody who's saying this, and anybody. All right, Heaven, God, we love you. Mwah. Yeah, so anyway, don't forget to subscribe to our show and hit the like button. If you don't like us, just don't follow us. It's just that simple. It's just so simple. If you don't like us, don't follow us. Maybe we're not for you, but if you like us, check us out so you can keep up with the show, keep up with what's going on. Hey, I'm just being honest. Okay, and if you have a question for me, Mrs. Wonderful, or Tony, please shoot us an email at ksharpkids@gmail.com. Again, that's ksharpkids@gmail.com. Anything else you would like to add, Tony? You did a great job. We thank you for being on the show. This is your home too. As always, stay cool. Stay smooth. And stay marvelous. And as always, God loves you, God loves me, and God loves everybody. God loves you, God loves me, and God loves everybody. Bye. Love you.
Signing off. All right.
Shutterstock Music.